Have you ever felt like you're meant for something greater, like success is near, but just out of reach? What if I told you Allah may already be preparing you for that breakthrough, that wealth, that impact, but not in the way you expect? Before He gives you more, He gives you signs, not obvious ones, but quiet, powerful clues meant only for those paying attention. You're not being delayed, you're being developed. Those setbacks, those restless nights, those sudden changes in your heart, they're not random. They're divine whispers, guiding you towards something bigger than money, something lasting, something purposeful. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden signs Allah sends before He transforms your life, spiritually, mentally, and financially. If you've been questioning your path or wondering why you're being tested, this might be the answer you've been waiting for. Let's decode the clues before the breakthrough arrives. 1. Tests and hardships. Before extraordinary blessings arrive, Allah often places a person through deep tests. These trials are not punishments. They are part of a divine refinement process. Financial hardship, betrayal, delays in dreams, or even isolation from loved ones can be tools Allah uses to shape your soul for what's ahead. At first glance, it may seem like life is falling apart, but in truth, it's falling into place, just not in a way that's immediately visible. During these moments, Allah removes distractions and dependencies. He strips away false confidence so that your heart relies only on Him. This isn't weakness, it's preparation. When everything familiar is shaken, you're forced to reflect, reevaluate, and grow. The silence of isolation often contains the loudest divine messages, lessons in trust, patience, and surrender. It is in these uncomfortable phases that your character is built. You learn discipline, resilience, and humility, qualities essential for handling immense responsibility, like wealth. Allah does not bless with abundance before the heart is ready to carry it with gratitude and wisdom. These trials may be painful, but they are personalized spiritual training, secret indicators that you are being prepared for a much greater phase of life. 2. Divine timing and character building. When we desire success, we often want it immediately. But Allah's plan operates on divine timing, not our urgency. What feels like a delay is often a deliberate pause, meant to develop the character required to sustain the success He's preparing for you. Without the right internal foundation, external blessings can become burdens. Allah knows that wealth without wisdom can corrupt, fame without humility can destroy, and power without discipline can lead to arrogance. So instead of granting you everything instantly, He builds you slowly. You may find yourself in seasons where your efforts are high, but results are minimal. This isn't failure, it's foundation. You're learning how to manage stress, make decisions, remain consistent, and stay grounded even when unnoticed. In these hidden phases, Allah is molding your mindset, testing your integrity, and building your endurance. The process often teaches you how to keep your intentions pure, how to treat others when you have nothing to gain, and how to stay grateful without visible success. This spiritual and emotional maturity is not just preparation, it's protection. When the blessing finally arrives, you'll be able to handle it with grace, not pride. Allah builds the person before He builds their empire. 3. Redirection over rejection. Many people see closed doors as rejection, but in Allah's plan, there is no such thing as meaningless denial. What looks like a missed opportunity is often divine redirection. Sometimes you may chase a business deal, a job, a relationship, or a dream, only to see it collapse unexpectedly. In that moment, it feels like failure. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, is steering you away from what could harm you or limit your growth. This redirection is not about taking something away. It's about giving you something better, something more aligned with your purpose. Often, we ask for success, but we don't see the dangers attached to what we desire. Allah sees beyond the surface. What you're grieving over today might be the very thing that would have blocked your true potential tomorrow. It's also a test of faith. When the path changes, do you trust your plan or Allah's plan more? Learning to let go of what didn't work while staying open to new possibilities is a sign of spiritual maturity. Redirection teaches flexibility, surrender, and trust in divine timing. What you thought was a no from life may have actually been Allah's most merciful yes, just pointing you towards something far greater. 4. Inner signs and spiritual nudges. Before a major transformation, Allah often communicates through subtle, inner signs, rather than loud announcements. You may begin to experience persistent thoughts, unusual clarity, or recurring dreams that point you in a certain direction. These aren't random. They're spiritual nudges guiding you toward your purpose. You might feel an unexplainable pull to start a new project, change your environment, or leave something behind. These urges often come quietly, but consistently. What makes these signs powerful is how personal they are. You'll notice synchronicities, like hearing the same message from different sources or feeling a strong emotion when encountering a certain idea. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Allah uses the heart as a compass, and when you're attuned to Him, your instincts become sharper. You may also find yourself more sensitive to what feels spiritually heavy or misaligned. What once satisfied you now feels empty. This is Allah purifying your focus and attention. You begin to crave deeper meaning, more purpose, and sincere fulfillment. Recognizing these signs requires stillness and reflection. The more connected you are through prayer, gratitude, and self-awareness, the clearer these signals become. When Allah is preparing you for something big, He first awakens something within you. 5. Spiritual awakening and purification. One of the most profound signs that Allah is preparing you for a major transformation is the internal shift towards spiritual purification. Without external pressure, you begin to feel an urge to clean your heart, your habits, and even your finances. The things that once excited you, material gain, public recognition, or superficial success, no longer hold the same appeal. Instead, you begin seeking sincerity, purpose, and spiritual clarity. You might feel called to give more in charity, even when you don't have much. You start questioning the source of your income, desiring only what is halal and pure. This isn't random. It's a divine invitation to align your wealth with your worship. True abundance starts with clean intentions and ethical choices. You may also notice a growing detachment from your ego. You become more aware of your thoughts, your words, and how your actions affect others. Humility starts to take root, and pride begins to fall away. This inner cleansing isn't easy, but it's sacred. It prepares you to carry wealth without arrogance, influence without corruption, and success without forgetfulness. When Allah wants to elevate you, He first polishes your soul. Spiritual purification is the gateway through which lasting and meaningful success arrives. 6. The final test. Before the breakthrough. Just before a major breakthrough, many people experience their lowest emotional point. It's a moment filled with doubt, exhaustion, and the overwhelming temptation to give up entirely. This is not a coincidence. It's a final test. When you're closest to the door of transformation, Shaitan works harder to discourage you, whispering that your efforts are useless and your prayers unheard. But in reality, you're standing at the edge of something extraordinary. This final stretch is often the hardest because it demands everything you've built: patience, trust, discipline, and faith. You feel like nothing is changing, yet behind the scenes, everything is aligning. Allah may delay the visible results to see whether you still believe in His promise without evidence. At this stage, many quit, not realizing how close they were to the reward. The pressure increases, not to crush you, but to prove you. Will you stay committed even when the path gets darker? Will you hold on when it's easier to walk away? This phase refines your sincerity. It separates those who want success only for comfort from those who seek it as a means to serve and fulfill purpose. Endurance in this moment is the key that unlocks the very door you've been praying for. Every delay, every test, and every inner shift is a divine sign that Allah hasn't forgotten you. He's preparing you. Trust the process. Stay connected to Him and keep moving forward with sincerity. If this video brought you clarity or comfort, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Inner Deen for more soul-nourishing content. Before you go, comment this powerful prayer below. Ya Allah, prepare me for what I've been praying for. Let it be your declaration of faith and your reminder that your time is coming, inshallah.